Hello, and welcome back to Trying to Be Social. This is the podcast for small content creators trying to make it happen for themselves. Get followers, get likes, get subscribes, get brand deals, get what else can they get? I don't know. They can get jiggy with it if they want. But that's what this podcast is. It's we're here to help. With little tips and tricks to try to get, try to get on that FYP. That's For You page for TikTokers. We're trying to get people on that Explore page. That's Instagram, where you go and you find the up and comer the up and coming videos that are happening in the world. So that's what we're here for. And I'm Don Lahi, and my guest host today is, it's not Carlos Aviles, it's Stella, my dog. How are you, Stella? Anyway, Stella and I have been friends and family for 5 years? 5 years and a month, maybe, you'd say. I love her so much, and she's probably one of the cutest dogs that I've ever seen. And she herself has a Instagram. I think it is, it's about 98 followers. Now that doesn't say that she hasn't gotten, a post with like 500 likes. I don't actually think she actually has. She's not very active on it anymore because she just finds the whole, rigmarole of getting photos done, finding the right lighting, and she's a, I guess she just doesn't care for that, which is fine. And that's fine that you don't care for that. But I want to welcome Stella to the podcast, her first time on Trying to Be Social. And if you're wondering why Stella's here and Carlos isn't here, Carlos is on a holiday, and he is getting ready for a rap battle. I think, what's it called? It's called Battle Rap. Battle Rap. He's getting ready for a big battle rap coming up this October 8th at Sin Cycle. That's 129 Spadina Avenue at 3 p.m. A lot of big names going there. And Carlos, also known as Tycoon Tax, will be there just, slam poetrying the shit out of all these motherfuckers. So let's T's and P's for Tycoon Tax, a.k.a. Carlos Aviles, or however you want to see it. T's and P's, thoughts and prayers. But yeah, so my guest today will be Stella. You don't have to wear the headphones. No, I just like, it kind of makes me feel more podcasty, so you can take those off if you want. Yeah, great. So, welcome, Stella, to Trying to Be Social. What's new? Okay, seems like nothing. I don't know why I chose a guest that couldn't talk, but she's keeping me company, and I'm not mad at it. So let's do a little weekend update. Weekly update. Let's do a little weekly update. So at the end of the podcast last week, we asked everyone to send in their jump cuts for Men in Black, and no one did. I don't know why. I feel like that was a pretty easy movie to jump cut, because it's pretty simple. Obviously, you would have the first shot would be Will seeing Jay, I guess, is Will Smith's character in Men in Black. You would see Jay getting the guy and seeing his eyes blink, and he's like, something's different here. And then him enrolling with the other guys, like the officer and the cadet and the marshal and whatever. And then you would have him obviously choosing his gun, the cricket. And then pretty much him upgrading to a bigger gun with Tommy Lee Jones, and then that big spaceship coming at him. And then does he get to kiss the girl, which is an alien? So probably throw that in there. So pretty simple, but we'll do that again. We'll keep trying to do that. I want to hear everyone's jump cuts on stuff, but that's mine for MIB, baby. Yeah. So the weekly update here for Instagram. Last week we're at 1,613, and now we are at 1,616. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a big jump, and I know that seems kind of like a small move, but we went down to about 1,599, 100 or 1,599, and then Carlos went to a networking party, and he got about 18 followers there. We're just not. Instagram is like, once all of our posts are pretty much getting over 2,000 views, so we kind of make it to some kind of stream of algorithm that enough people are watching it that it's making it to people, and I don't know, they're just not coming to our page or something and following. So we got to figure out a way to have them come to our page. So that's okay. We're just going up and down. We just need a nice big old boost, baby. TikTok, we went from 211 followers to 212 followers. That's right. We got one follower. Kind of a small leap, considering the last couple weeks have been like rampant. We got like maybe 20 followers per week, which I know is small potatoes when you really think about it, but I think that's good. One follower this week. Our TikToks weren't making the cut this week, so is what it is. 2 weeks ago or a week before, we were doing all the interviews that we were posting about Rolling Loud, and those were getting over 1,000 views, and I think we got like 17,000 views on one, and that kind of bumped us up a little bit. So T's and P's on that one. And YouTube. Hello. Hi, how are you? YouTube, nice to meet you, you big, beautiful angel. We went from 22 subscriptions to 26, baby. Okay? And we were deliberately going after YouTube this week. So, thank you for everyone out there for following, for subscribing. Beautiful. Y'all make me so happy. Y'all make me so happy because we posted a very specific segment on YouTube, and we pushed YouTube really hard from our Instagram. We should have been doing it from TikTok too, but you know, we're busy men. Stella doesn't want to help, so we're just trying to do as much as we possibly can, you know, without having an exhaustion panic attack. Now, the segment that we probably talked about this last week, but the segment that we started is the interviewing rappers, Toronto rappers. I mean, they can be from anywhere. We really want Toronto rappers just to represent the city and get their view on all these things. But go check out DemOnes.Official. Valentino interview. It's in our playlist, and it's under rappers interview, I think. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to film, It was, you know, a lot of it was improv, so that was really cool to kind of come up with stuff on the fly. And yeah, I'm really proud of how it looks, and I'm really proud of how everything turned out with that. So yeah, it got about 70 views. Do us a favor, please go to YouTube, DemOnes.Official, DEMONES dot, or period if you're in Europe, official, however you spell official. Go to that. Let's do this, baby. Please subscribe, make a YouTube account, watch our stuff. We're posting all the time. We got hours and hours of content on there. We have our episodes. This episode will be on there of the podcast. We're just trying to pump you up with this content. So shout out to Valentino, shout out to Jessica Chin King, shout out to Lavish, shout out to Carlos, shout out to me, shout out to Stella, for all for getting that going. So yeah, go check that out on DemOnes.Official YouTube, please. Yeah, and another big thing, we talked about this last week, is that a artist by the name of Mula First was unfortunately kicked off the roster for Rolling Loud, and we went to Rolling Loud and did an interview and asking people how they felt about that. We got a bunch of different reactions, good, bad, middle. People did care, people didn't care. And then like a day later after that interview came out that we did, he had a song come out called Day 4, which was regarding Rolling Loud. He added the interview that we did in the song. And we were like, this is great. Carlos's cousin, I believe, recognized the voice, called Carlos, said, you're being featured, blah, blah, blah. And he didn't tag us or shout us out at all, which is fine, whatever. Happy to be a part of Day 4. And yeah, and then we were like, oh, I guess that's over and done with. And then he went and did a interview with what's his name? Broadcast Wheeler, I think is his name. And Mula decided to take out some of the parts of the interview that he enjoyed and made a carousel, which is a continuation of videos or photos in a row that you can scroll through on one post. And there was people started tagging us in this post, and I was like, okay, I don't see anything. And then I scrolled through, and then our interview was there on Mula First's Instagram. And yeah, thanks for we got the DemOnes shirt on, so if people like what they see on there, they can see that it's DemOnes, and DemOnes is what they're going to look up, hopefully, if they don't think it says demons, but there's an E, so I don't think people would think that, 'cause that's not how you spell demons. So shout out to Mula First for giving us a little airtime, I guess. Yeah, pretty cool, because he's got a bunch of big followers on his on his Instagram, so they're gonna see our work, and that's pretty cool. Any kind of exposure is good for us because we're still so small. We went from 211 followers on TikTok to 212 followers, and like I said, those are some small potatoes. So yeah, thanks Mula. You're a king. What do you think about that, Stella? Do you know who Mula First is? Yeah. she couldn't go to Rolling Loud because there wasn't any dogs allowed in there, and so it's okay though. She'll turn into a real person one day and be able to go to as many festivals as she wants, whichever ones you want. Doesn't matter because all real people are allowed to go. I don't know if there's any festivals that allow your dog in there. I've seen dogs at festivals, but I don't know what their purpose was. I feel like if that was allowed, like that would just be crazy, and there'd just be shit everywhere, and pee, and then if you bring your dog there, then there's going to be even more shit and piss around. So I guess that's just a no-go. They don't want maybe if a dog knows how to use like a porta potty, but you'd probably need a certificate for that. So I don't think that's going to happen for a little bit. Now, usually when Carlos is here, he has a little segment called Carlos's Corner. But Carlos isn't here right now, so we're going to have to give tips ourselves. I'm not the guru that Carlos is, so my tips might be a little bit lackluster, but I think that they're somewhat, they have enough foundation to them that they might work. You might just be crazy enough to use them. So yeah, let's do Dawn's Corner.
Would you listen to him, please, at this 90 degrees?
Dawn's.
What you doing around that corner?
Okay, tip number 1. Keep attentive. And when I say keep attentive, I mean like, don't be on your Instagram all the time, but have the notifications ready to pop up on your phone. So if someone messages you, you message them right back. Like immediately. If someone sends you something, throw a heart on there. It's so easy. It literally gives you the option. Do you want to write something or do you want to just throw an emoji up there? Keep attentive. Make sure that people know that you're listening to them. Make sure that people know that, you're interested in what they're saying. And just give it some kind of some percent above 50. If this was, if keeping attentive on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube was, a college course, at least give it 50%, just make that grade. Maybe they've upped the ante, so go 70. I don't know. It's fine. Keep attentive, and comment on other people's posts, consistently. Give them an idea of who you are as a person. So that's tip number 1. Now, tip number B is going to be, and I'll tell you after I tell you this tip, number B, where I got this from. But it's make things shiny. I don't know what it is, but when things are shiny and attractive on Instagram, you gravitate towards it. And don't judge me, but I saw this so I watched the new Dahmer show, and he's talking to a psychologist, and he goes, you suffer from this, thing that you like shiny things. And then he kind of explains it like through like the psyche of it. And he's like, you open up a sports magazine and, all these like muscular people they have oil on them. So like they're shiny and you're like, oh, cool. I want to look like that. Or, oh, cool. Like I want to know how their lives are and stuff like that. And honestly, I feel like that works. Like look at MacBooks, look at iPhones, look at Galaxies, look at the Galaxy. Like they're all shiny. They're all clean. They're all, precise, like, and organized. I feel shiny and organized. Keep things shiny and organized on your Instagram, TikTok. Don't clutter it with randomness. Just make things shiny so people are attracted to it. Try it out. See what works. Now, I only have 2 tips, and then my wife gave me a tip of her own. So this is tip number D. And she said, post a lot and make sure that it's good. So I think we can all agree that that's like posting every day. That's another way of keeping people's attention, being like, we're not stopping. So post a lot, and all your posts, make sure that they're good. Pretty basic, pretty simple. So kind of hard to screw up. So yeah, that's Dawn's Corner of Tips. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And as always, Stella, what did you think of my tips? Right. Okay. What did you think of my wife's tips / your mom's tips? Not a lot. That's okay. The thing about Stella is that she could post on Instagram or TikTok and get 3,000 likes and views because well, look at her. She's adorable. She looks like a little baby fox. So yeah, she's kind of got it covered. And me, like, on the other hand, when I see myself on film, I feel like I look like, Jabba the Hutt, in a nice DemOnes shirt. So yeah, she's lucky. She's lucky. Now there's people out there that can, like, go on Instagram, take a video, take a picture, do something, and then it's like, boom, instant viral, like no problem. And good for them. Like, that's, like, cool that you can go and do that. Now everyone knows all the different ones that I'm talking about. There's pretty men and pretty women that can go on there, and represent themselves as a model. Instagram shoots up, loves it. Food is, from 1 minute recipes to mukbanging to just like crazy food, like a pizza burrito with a full turkey inside of it. Like, who's not going to want to see someone just completely muck that? There's talents that people have. So, like, people who can pop their eyeballs out of their eye sockets, that's going to be an instant fame charger. DIY, give me a break. If I watch someone make, like, their own surfboard out of, like, driftwood, I'm watching a full 9-hour video on that. So that's pretty cool. So, like, so what I'm trying to say is that I think, like, comedy, what Carlos and I are trying to do is, like, a little bit tougher. Now, most people are, like, or not most people, but a lot of people are gifted with, kind of the comedy bone and can kind of just, make a quick video without any retakes or anything and get the world's attention and like, amazing. Like, that's good for you. That's must be nice. And then there's some of us that have to work for it and work, like, I'm thinking about a skit, like, just I try to think of the perfect skit. Maybe that's what kind of screws it up sometimes, is that I almost make it too, I try to make it too clever, but I'm not smart enough, so it just seems like it's trying too hard. But some of them go off, and then some of them don't, and that's just the cookie that I got out of the jar. Like, whatever. Sorry for the metaphors that don't make any sense, but yeah. And what's popular on the social world right now? Honestly, there's Lord Trunks doing the "I'm smarter, I'm better, I am better." Like, he has shirts now of that, and I'm not gonna lie, the shirts are actually fucking cool. Like, and and you know exactly what it is. And like I remember we were talking about it the other day. Carlos doesn't even watch TikTok. Like he is an Instagram guy, respectfully, but he even knew who he was. And this guy's big on TikTok. I think Jeffrey Dahmer is going to be a viral thing on TikTok right now because of the Evan Peters / Ryan Murphy show that's on Netflix that I just binged, which was pretty good. I liked how they didn't glorify. I like how they didn't glorify, a murderer. They really did make him look like a piece of shit that he is. Like there was very little times where I felt any kind of sympathy towards him. Jeffrey Dahmer had serious mental health issues, and I don't think he thought that there was anything out there for him to. I don't think he thought that he could get help. Obviously, he was ashamed with himself. So I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for his victims. And we also got to, in the show, you also get kind of to hear their story somewhat. Yeah, go check it out. Evan Peters is also just an amazing actor. I think he was in X-Men, and he was Quicksilver in X-Men / he was also in WandaVision. He's been in practically every single American Horror Story. He's been around, and he's a really good actor. And I think he's making his move here. Stella, have you seen anything on TikTok that is worth mentioning? Do you have? No? That's okay. That's okay. So I also just want to let everyone know that we have, Carlos says this way better, but we have a bunch of different types of ways of helping us out, helping out local small creators. Maybe we're not local because a lot of our listeners are in the United States, but yeah, we have a couple things. We got t-shirts out, t-shirts that say DemOnes on it. I'm wearing one. I'm usually wearing one all the time. It looks great. It's really simple. People are actually recognizing it in public, so that's pretty cool. The shirts are really comfortable. The labels are really sweet. They're on our link tree on our Instagram. Go buy a shirt. Money goes right into production to make skits and bring content to everyone. We also have buy us a coffee, and you can go there. That's just pretty much if you want to support us and help us out, because we're trying to live off this. We're trying to do this for a living, we have full-time jobs. Carlos and I, we're busting our asses over here, so we're just trying to get a couple extra bucks so we can streamline this baby. And yeah, I know Carlos says it way better at the end. He's got a whole spiel, but just go to our link tree in our Instagram and help us out, because when we grow, you grow, baby. Let's figure this out together. Let's try it. We're trying to be social. Yeah. And last week, like I said at the very starting of the episode, I wanted everyone to do a jump cut of Men in Black, and no one called it in. But I'm gonna ask people to do it again. Please let us know how you would jump cut this movie. And the movie is, I was gonna say Gone in 60 Seconds, but I know that not everyone's seen that, and I'm old, so it is on Netflix, I believe, but I don't want to do that one. Let's do a Nick Cage movie, though. What's a Nick Cage movie that everyone's seen? You know what? Face Off. jump cut face off. It's pretty hard, maybe, but I think people can do it. Let's do face off, okay? So thanks for listening. Next week, we'll probably have someone other than Stella here. Might have two people. We don't know yet. We're still scheduling all that out. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Please go to all of our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, message us, share us. We'd really appreciate it. We've already appreciated so much of what everyone's done for us. Yeah, I'm going to go. You want to say anything, Stella? Okay. Love ya.